Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. Yes. Feliz Navidad. Period. Period. So, Feliz Navidad. A girl, because that's how my grandma used to say it. I was like, girl, granny, it ain't a piece of a B in that word, girl. So, my girl used to be like, when I'm coming on the radio, and she'd be like, sing it. She would be like, Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. I'm like, you wrong. On all levels. Wrong note, wrong word. You're just all over the place. You're just all over the place, girl. My girl, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Welcome back to my show, the SeanDavieWay Show. I love you all. I hope you all are having a great Christmas. I hope you all are having a great Christmas. I am. It was cute. Shout out to Miss Dalis, my girl. She says, yes, see, come on, no. I know some of these words. I know see, that means yes. I'm correct. Como, we'll come back to that. And then Noah, girl. Yes. No means no. Okay, a word that did it does not understand, and no. So, a girl, shout out to Tracy, new member. Hey, girl. Hey, now. I love you guys. Shout out to Melanie Jones. She says, happy holidays, SeanDavieWay in chat. My girl, we love you. Happy holidays, sweetheart. We love y'all. I hope you guys are having a good Christmas. I know a lot of y'all don't like Christmas. Oh, well. We get it. We get it. Now, I said happy birthday to the Lord this morning because I'm a good Christian. Okay, I'm a good person. So, and I'm really trying to go to heaven. So I said happy birthday. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't do that. So yes. So that's what that word. That's what that word. I said happy birthday to him immediately. I woke up, I said, thank you for letting me wake up and happy birthday. That's what I said immediately. So I hope y'all at least say happy birthday to the Lord. I'm like, I really hope y'all like, cause y'all tried it. So I said happy birthday to sweet baby Jesus, born 6 pounds 7 ounces in a manger. Okay, absolutely. Now we're gonna get into a little bit of hot topics. There's not much going on for Christmas, but we are definitely gonna get into the main topic, which is Diddy's freak off with TD Jakes viral. Witness John O exposes the inside of Diddy's freak off party. Okay, so we're going to get into that too. You know, since people like to, dig in the crates, go look in the past, and find stuff, I figured, hey, why not? We could do the same thing. So, girl, so we're just going to blast from the past. And we're going to get into that. We absolutely are. So if you don't know who Josh O is, we will get into that. We'll explain him. We'll also explain the party that, he will be discussing. So we will be hearing from the horse's mouth about a Diddy freak off party. We absolutely will be hearing about that. And Pastor TD Jakes was there. So it's just weird how he tries to make it seem as if he has no ties. It's like, you do. So we're gonna get into that. So why not? I'm messy and I came here to keep it messy. Now, there's a couple topics we're going to get into. I'm just going to pull up the neighborhood talk. Let me see, because the last time I looked, it wasn't like a lot to discuss, but it was a couple cute things happening. So we'll get into that. Let me pull that on up. Shout out to neighborhood talk. Let's see what's on here. Okay. See, I mean, it's not like much going on, but I guess we could, talk about a few things that we see. Why not? Now, I want to talk about this. So it says, what y'all think? Italian church blasted for same-sex nativity scene. Protesters call it blasphemous and dangerous. Look at this. Now, it's two lesbianists over here in front of this baby. In front of the sweet baby Jesus, born 6 pounds 7 ounces in a manger, to Mother Mary and allegedly Father Joe. Now, people is really, 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 really mad. Okay, now this is this is Italian people, so this ain't us. We as Black people, I don't really feel like we think like this. We don't feel like we think like this, but whatever. So now they done put two lesbianas in this nativity scene. They done went from nativity to lesbian, the girl. And people are very upset. So let's read the article. It says, neighbors in Italian church is being labeled as blasphemous for depicting the classic nativity scene with the two mothers instead of Mary and Joseph. Now, here's one thing that I am confused about, because wasn't Mary a virgin? Okay. Mary was the first and only virgin to ever have a child without procreating. Okay. Joe ain't the pappy. He's not the dad. God is the father of Jesus. I'm just trying to make sure that I have this right. So I'm just like, okay, wait a minute, because God totally knocked Mary up, allegedly. And Joseph was with her. Joseph didn't get a chance to know her. Okay, Mary ain't never known no one other than the Lord. Okay, other than Jesus, Mary ain't never knowed no man. Okay, that's what that was. She was a virgin. Now, I get people being upset and this being blasphemous. I do appreciate the same energy, because if it was two dudes If it was Joe and Bob, it would have been a problem. It would have been a whole problem. So I appreciate that people are outraged at these lesbians. Now, lesbians, that's not nothing to say. I'm not looking here. Ho, ho, ho. Y'all do get a little slack, okay? Lesbians, it's definitely a double standard. Gay guys are gross, lesbians are hot. So I do appreciate people being very upset, at this because it's two women. I do appreciate that. Just a little piece of appreciation. So I understand, it being two women's, that it's just like, okay, like the Lord would never, like God will never, like God is very upset. It's going to rain now because God's going to cry. So it's like, I get that. But at the same time, Joseph was not Jesus's father. Okay. I just wanted to throw that out. That's it. So we can move right along from this. I understand that people is upset. I get it. I understand. I get it that Sarah and Mary sitting here and this is why it's raining now. The Lord is not pleased with these two women at this nativity scene. I understand. I get it. I understand it. So when I understand something, it's hard to combat it because I get it. I understand why Christian people will be outraged. I get it. They've hated us like since forever. So it's like, I get it. Like they hate us. So it makes total sense. So it's like, I get it. So move right along. Absolutely. Moving right along. Oh, we don't care about that. Ooh, look. Merry Christmas. Congrats to Tamar and Jeremy on their engagement again. Again? How many times is Jeremy? How many times you gonna act like you gonna marry this Muppet? We ain't got time for this Tamar with the high cheekbones. We don't have time for this. Again? So, girl, he's sitting over there with his beard smelling like Tommy, and you putting on rings, okay? Again? Okay. Tamar, this is not a flex. You definitely give your fetish. Did you know that, girl? Did you know that? You're a fetish. German like a black Uchi Wally Wally. That's what that word, girl. You're a fetish. You're a fetish, girl. He don't want you. He don't want you, girl. Tamar, he don't want you, girl. So now I guess congratulations again. Like, girl, we're bored. Girl, we're bored. Now, I saw that about Beyonce house. I don't want to talk about that yet because I feel like it's tied to something else. So, but I mean, guys, there's really nothing, to discuss. Kim Kardashian, she wrapped her churn gift because I want to get to Diddy. She wrapped her churn gift. She wrapped her churn gifts. And do it not want to pop up or what? She wrapped her churn gift in Skims. Like, we don't care. Like, Chloe, get her. Courtney, get Kim. Get her. What is going on right now? I don't know. My internet is stripping. So yeah, I don't. There's not much to talk about our topics wise. This is why we've been focused on Diddy because like why not? But anyways, let's get into because I'm gonna pull that up. Because this is a mess. So Kim Kardashian wrapped her churn gifts in Skims. Is it Skims? Why we care about this, I don't know. But it says, oh joy. Oh joy. Kim Kardashian wrapped her churn Christmas gifts in all white Skims cotton t-shirt fabric. Why do we care about that? Look, why do we care about this? Why do we care about that? Courtney, get Kim. Hold on. Courtney, let me go get Courtney. Courtney, get your sister.
Holiday food just puts me in such a good mood. So thanks for coming to our bake-off. We would really appreciate your taste buds today. And Chloe is going to be...
We're in the middle of judging a bake-off. Shut the up or get out of here.
She's
You're so
talking to
annoying.
us.
Kylie can talk. This is a household.
She's in the middle of giving her announcement. So
Who
wait till she
cares?
says.
You guys were doing a bake-off.
Be
quiet. This is
Yeah, I'm feeling like Courtney. But Courtney gets how I feel about Kim. She totally gets it. She's just like, Kim, shut the up. It's like, right. I'm like, thank you. Oh, God. I'm like, I'm so glad somebody said it. Like, yes, please, shut the up. Like, girl. Yeah, I saw Cardi and Offset spending Christmas together. Right along. Let's get into Diddy because all of this is boring. So yeah, I'm bored. There's not like we don't care. Like, I mean, there's nothing going on for Christmas. Cardi had a child for each tree for each child, boring. Her and Offset, acting like they're not together. They just spending Christmas together with the churn, boring. It's boring. Move right along. Move right along. So let's get into Bishop TD Jakes. Now, TD Jakes done came forward yesterday dressed like Kool-Aid. And let everybody know that he will not be addressing said TikTok viral rumor that has been out of my hand. I'm sorry, that was boring. I'm bored. There was no fashion, please. Like, none of that. It's boring. Christmas this year was boring. Celebrities, y'all was real boring for Christmas. I'm gonna really need y'all to step it up next year. We were very bored. We didn't like it, hated it. So move right along. So now shout out to ballalert.com because they got into this as well. Now, Diddy take it from your combs, and TD aka Mr. Long, the power bottom. Allegedly. Now, I'm not calling him a power bottom. The people out here in these streets is calling Jakes a power bottom. Absolutely. Now, for the ones that keep requesting to me what a power bottom is. Now, again, I have an idea what it is. I've heard about them. I am not one of them, okay? I have never been that gay. Now, there's definitely a toleration to me of gay, okay? Like, we don't do wigs, we don't do makeup, we don't do or nails and feet, we don't wear purses, we don't wear any women apparel, and we also don't bottom. We don't do that. So, yes, I've never been that gay, okay? I've never been allegedly TD Jakes gay, okay? I've never been too gay to function. Absolutely. So, yeah, I don't know nothing about all that. Okay. But what a power bottom is a whore. Okay. That is what a power bottom is. A power bottom is a super mutant ninja gay. Okay. It is, they is nasty. They nasty as hell. They girl, they could take it and take it and take it and take it and take it. Okay, girl. It doesn't matter long. If it's a little foot long, look, girl, they find a way to put it inside of them. Is what that word. And they let people, like a pile driver in the road, when you're they let the tip of the pile driver is, the alleged top. Okay. So now people like TD wide back Kool-Aid Jakes, allegedly, them people can lay on their back or lay on their stomach and then a girl, and they could just take it and psych it and psych it and psych it in a powerful way. That is what that word. So that is what a power bottom is, okay? A power bottom is a power gay, all right? A gay with superpowers. That is what that is, okay? A powerful splinter is what that word. So now, again, I don't know anything about that life. I've never traveled down it. I've never was curious about it. My back door has always been just that, okay? It is not like a power bottom. A power bottom is an escalator, a revolving door, an elevator, if you will. It has a weight capacity, you know, all of that stuff is real gay. Okay, being a power bottom means you gay as. Okay, that's what being a power bottom is. Okay, so they saying TD Jakes is gay as. They saying TD Jakes is super gay. Okay, that's what that word. They saying TD Jakes is gay enough for a neighborhood, a city, a local bar. Absolutely. He's a pony. He's a pony. He's a pony. So that's what that word. Absolutely. They say it ain't a mountain that he ain't sat on. Okay, that's what that word. Twerk champ. Okay, twerk champ. So pound town, a pound town ski. So my girl, he's the original ski. So my girl, that's him, allegedly. Okay, the original ski. So that's just what that word. So that's what that word, because I get a lot of y'all don't understand, you know. So I'm like, let me explain to the people like what being a power bottom is, because I see that all the time. Because people chat like, what is power bottom? What is power bottom? Power bottom? Power bottom is super gay. That is what a power bottom is. A power bottom, this ain't what I meant when I said a gang bang. Like they can do a bang, like with no problem. Gross. So that's just what that word. That's just what that word. So shout out to Baller Alert. Shout out to them. We're gonna get into this article. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Now, Merry Christmas. I love you guys. Now say TD Jakes, I mean a girl, move. I can't stand seeing Trump. It messes with my mood. Don't get this flaming hot cheat off my screen. So Bishop TD Jakes denies playing with freaks following recent Diddy accusations on video. Okay, now Bishop TD Jakes denies the rumors that accused him of and claimed he attended alleged X parties hosted by Diddy. The recent wave of accusations against Diddy has brought attention to various public figures who are reportedly involved as victims or accomplices. Okay, now before we travel on to this, let's get into this because it's very annoying. Again, that TD Jakes is trying to deny being at these X parties because again, they are all of Diddy's parties. Literally, there are all of his parties. He do these things at any extravagant event that he throws. There's something like this going down somewhere. No, I'm not logging in. So this is him. Okay, this is Saucy Santana grandfather. My girl, look. Saucy Santana grandfather is sitting right here, and he is singing "Happy Birthday" to Diddy. Okay. This is Saucy Santana grandfather of my girl. Now, Saucy Pappy was also hold on, because I'm gonna need Greg, because or TD gonna stand up on that stage talking about some. He's standing there saying that with his back straight. It can't be no other way. It can't be no other way. Big back at the did. So and then a girl to dinner look. Look at him, y'all. Y'all looking at the screen? Look at him. Look. He said he don't party. He don't party. I'm a God-fearing man. I don't party. Look. He denying everything. Although he over here giving young man, look, denying everything. Why is you denying everything? It's shaped like a pot. Why, TD, girl? When you up here giving a perfect why? Look, don't nobody get why like TD get why. Okay? This is definitely the leader of a gay club leading the YMCA in the McGirl. So it's just, but he said he don't party. He was just over there saying, "Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Diddy. Happy birthday." So you over there singing happy birthday. You over here, young man. Yes. You over here, young man. I'm a pony. I'm a pony. I'm a pony. Yes. Young man. Yes. There's a place you can go. I said, young man. Yes. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. And I'm a pony. And I'm a pony. And I'm a pony. So you definitely party with the gruz. You definitely party with the gruz. You definitely party with the gruz. And then I'm gonna need him stop trying to act like when he was sitting over there and did a party that he allegedly won on something. Because look at here, TD. Look at here. You cannot be at them parties, a girl, if you ain't popping something or doing something. You gotta be doing something. And you were at the freak off party. You were definitely there, TD gross. And I'm gonna prove that you were there too. So we're gonna pop you. We're gonna play the audio in, my girl. And then I'm gonna pop that you was at that party in the next time because you're gonna be up. So I'm like, you don't have to lie. Like, you were definitely at these parties and at in inappropriate times too. And inappropriate parties as well. Like the X parties, you definitely were at them. Like, that's one thing that is annoying me with you. And it's also annoying me that you're trying to act like you're not up here giving a perfect why. They're trying up here giving a perfect why. Straight men go like this. They go like this. Real offbeat. They go like this. But for you to put the Y up like this and a girl, for you to put the Y up like this and a girl, I'm a pony. I'm a pony. So I'm a girl. No, you tried it. You absolutely tried it. Because he's sitting up here giving young man, there's a place you can go. And this is the problem up here shaped like sheetrock. Or up here throwing his arms around a girl like he ain't related to Saucy Santana. So look, very gay, very gay. And then I'm gonna need y'all to get into the wind your hips right here. Wind your hips. Look at him. Wind your hips. Wind your hips. See, that's power bottom stuff. Bottoms dance like this. They absolutely look. Not that wasn't the Holy Ghost. That was not the Holy Ghost. That was how to tuck your gan. So look. Y'all see he was throwing it. Hold on. Y'all got to see that the pastor can throw it. Look right here when he starts shaking the stage. Right here, girl. Look, he tried it. When he's right here, when he starts shaking the stage, he started knocking down. Look. That's not funny. So my girl's not nice. So I mean, it just is what it is. But look, we gotta get to this why. Young man, yes, gone the girl. So he has a perfect why. Now we've already announced that. And again, he's saying he ain't being at this X parties now. We're gonna get into the tea of it all. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Over 1,800 of y'all in here. Please hit the like. Okay, we almost 2,000 people deep. So look at here. Now let's get back into this article before we pop him, because we about to pop him. Because he be saying, "Oh, I ain't been to none of the sex parties." You're lying. Like there's something like, why lie? You were there, Craig. We saw it, the whole world. Okay. So let's finish reading this before we pop him, because that is exactly what I came to do. So move. So it says recent claims are circulating on pockets of social media about TD Jakes are unequivocally false and baseless. Horror said to the Christian Post, what has always been true, in the words of the late pastor Charles H. Spurgeon, if you want the truth, if you want the truth to go around the world, you must hire an express train to pull it. But if you want a lie to go around the world, it will fly. It is as light as a feather, and a breath will carry it. Additionally, TD Jakes also seemingly addressed the accusation in his sermon on Sunday, emphasizing that he doesn't have time to be playing. He doesn't have time. Because I'm confused by that, because he's sitting here trying to say he don't have time to be playing with freaks, although you kick it with the person that have freak offs. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So I'm very confused by that. Because if you don't have time for freaks, why do you go to Diddy's parties? Why do you go to his parties? if you're weird. But we're gonna keep breaking that down. See, this is wind your hips. This is why, young man. This is why we think of you, young man. Now, so my girl. So he says, "Forgive yourself for who you are not." Jakes began. You can't spend the rest of your life apologizing for stuff you cannot change. I thought you didn't have nothing to do with nothing. So why are you talking about you can't apologize for things you can't change, TD? Look, I'm gonna need y'all to get y'all past. Because I'm very confused by his sermon. See, this is what happens when y'all be trying to preach and people actually listening to you. Because after you said that, because I really don't even understand why you address the freak part at all when you're literally hanging publicly with someone that does freak offs. So you do have time to hang with freaks. You do. Now, if you stated that you don't have time to be freaking, or things like that, then that would be a different statement, sir. But you sitting up there shaped like a pitcher of Kool-Aid. You did not say that. Okay. All right. So I'm just like, well, that's very confusing. I don't have time to hang out with people that I hang out with. What? Dude, where's my car? Dude, where's your car, dude? So I'm like, yeah, what's your opponent? So I'm just confused. I'm confused about it because as y'all see, he said, oh, look at here. Look, no, because we haven't read that. Sorry. We scrolled up. So he says, forgive yourself for who you are not, Jakes began. You cannot spend the rest of your life apologizing for stuff you cannot change. So are you stating that you can't sit around, your life apologizing for being a freak with freaks at parties doing freak offs because it happened? So you can't change it because, the rumor mill is stating that there's an alleged lawsuit coming out about TD Jakes that will rival Long's. And we can get into that pastor. We can get into him too. I definitely have a little tea about him pulled up. But they said that there is allegedly a lawsuit coming forward of men that are accusing TD Jakes of certain things. Okay. That allegedly. That's what that were. Now, we'll see how true that is, but as of now, that is not out, but we don't know what's brewing. Because they said the same thing about Eddie Long, and I believe his name is Eddie Long, and it actually happened. There were men that came out with a lawsuit against him, multiple men. I believe it was like 4 men that came out, so that it did happen. And he was a big pastor too. He had a mega church as well. So I'm like, well, yeah, that's confusing because again, there's no actual truth to it. It's just rumor right now, like on TikTok and in that viral video that's going around. It's being stated that there is an upcoming lawsuit that will rival Eddie Long's, which if you don't know who he is, I can pull him up as well. But yeah, so I'm confused. I'm like, are you is there something you're trying to tell the people in the girl? So let's listen to this. Why not?
Forgive yourself for who you are not. You can't spend the rest of your life apologizing for stuff you can't change. And God will strengthen your shoulders, I believe, before you leave this room. You know what I was really worried about all week? Our terrorist threat is at its highest level. And I spent my week making sure that everything that we needed was in place in case there was an attack. The attack is supposed to be against synagogues and churches in the South. And I knew today would be a target. And we have all kinds of extra security precautions in place over your car, at the door, in the roof, in the back, all around us. Because while they were trying to kill me, I was trying to protect you. And we spent extra money and we hired other extra people. And there's all kinds of security in place right now that you can't even see. In case they choose us, it's my job to be ready. So a car bomb don't come up in here while we having church. I have to think about that. And anybody who has that kind of government on their shoulders don't have time to be playing with freaks. Forgive yourself for who you are now. You can't spend the rest of your life apologizing for stuff you can't change. And God will strengthen your shoulders, I believe, before you leave this room. You know what I was really worried about all week? Our terrorist threat is at its highest level. And I spent my week making sure.
So during this sermon, I think he said a lot of I see a lot of people in the chat stating deflection, and I would say the same thing. And here's the reason why I would state that is because everything that's going on TikTok and whatnot about TD Jakes and Diddy is pure conspiracy at this point, because there's no actual proof out there about any of these allegations that are being stated against them, right? But since it's trending, it makes it more of an, I guess, well, I'm not even going to say that, because look at everything that's going on with Diddy. And he's, besides saying enough is enough on his social media, on IG, he has not came forward or said, anything. It's better to say nothing than say anything at all. So it's the same thing with TD Jakes. Why even acknowledge these things if there's no truth to them? I think that you're acknowledging them because there may be some truth, and there is truth to it, because you stated out of your own mouth that you don't have time for freaks and these parties and stuff like that, but you're at these parties, like you're at these places, literally there. Now, it's different if no one has a picture, if no one's seen him in any video or anything like that. This man is literally on camera. Like, I can't pull this up enough. He is literally on camera. It's like it's all in your grill. He's literally on camera singing to this man. Singing to this man. Well, not this one. Not this one. But he's literally on camera singing Happy Birthday to Diddy, where, again, Cassie put in the lawsuit that on her birthday, she would have to do freak-offs and whatnot. So you don't think that Diddy will want a freak off for his birthday? If he's making Cassie do them on hers, why wouldn't he want them on his own birthday? I mean, it's for him. It wasn't for Cassie. It was for him. So a lot of these times when people are mentioning, shout out to Chaya, I hope I'm saying that right, Chaya, the elect. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Shout out to Blessings, Hot Topics, says, what's his OS? I lawyered up and nothing y'all can do or say will affect me and my enterprise. Now, are you talking about Diddy? Are you talking about Diddy? Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. Over 2,200 people in the building. Please hit the like. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, everyone. Sam, he's literally at the party. Shout out to Rocco for the super sticker as well. Thank you so much, sweetheart. For the super sticker. Yeah, that agreed. I would absolutely agree. So with TD Jakes stating, that he wasn't at these parties. I'm going to move this, just going to pull it up, and we're going to get into this audio real quick, but I'm going to explain some people, and I'll pull up their pictures quick. Well, I already have them. Never mind. I don't have to pull them up. Okay. All right, one second. Why can I make this clear? Okay. So we're going to get into this video of comedian Josh O. He calls himself the Fat Jew. Yeah, literally is what he calls himself, the Fat Jew. So, I mean, I don't want to call him that, but that's literally his name. But he did an interview a while back, and it's in my surviving video, my first surviving video that I did on Diddy. Shout out to Controversy Radio. The first surviving video that I did on Diddy, here is, let me pull him up so I can give this all context. All right, so here is Josh O, okay? He is a comedian, and he calls himself the Fat Jew, right? He went to a Diddy party, and he went to a part of the party to where he knew he was not supposed to be. While back there, he saw Diddy and Felix the Cat, which is a producer, DJ. He does all type of stuff in the music world. He's worked with a lot of people. And he said that he saw Diddy and Felix the Cat really cozy with one another and other men that were in the party. Now, if you pay attention to what he is stating, he's stating that I want you to pay attention in the video while we're listening, that he states, yeah, grubbing, hugging, cuddling, all of those good things. Absolutely. Absolutely. So he also stated that he was on something while he was at Diddy's parties. Now, Cassie's lawsuit stated that Diddy would have certain things out like candy. And that's one thing that really stood out to me while he was telling this story, because when Cassie came out with her lawsuit is one of the first things that popped into my mind of him stating that while he was at this Diddy party and he was on certain things, he kind of strolled into a part of the party in Star Island. Now, this party was at Diddy's home in Florida on Star Island, his million dollars, the home that he has there. This is where the party was. And he said he kind of drunkenly and off other things went into a part of the party that he probably shouldn't have been in because he wasn't invited to the area. He kind of stumbled his way there. I mean, his way into that area. Now, he was supposed to be at the party. He got an invite to the party. Well, not like a literal invite. I think it was a +1. But he was at the party. He was supposed to be there, but he wasn't supposed to be where he was inside of the party. Because, Diddy has a public party, and then he has a party that's, is more so of invite only, inside of these events. And this is a lot of times to where these freak offs and whatnot happen, where, because again, it wasn't just all the time, because people think every time Diddy and Cassie had a freak off that it was her finding an escort. Cassie only looked for escorts if Diddy didn't have somebody lined up, because it was all him. It was all his choice, his decision, what he wanted to look like, what they were going to do. So he would choose his own people. He would bring his own people in, but Cassie would choose for him when he was either like flying in or just didn't have anything lined up or no one lined up. That's when Cassie would do it. So it wasn't like literally like when he came and got her out of her 29th birthday party that Tiffany Red was talking about. Cassie didn't go look for no escort or anything like that. He already had everything set up. He was mad that she was trying not to do it, that she didn't want to come do it, that she wanted to stay at the party with her friends, and whatnot and hang out. She didn't want to go and do it. So that was his problem. That's why he was yelling at her and coming at her and disrespecting her in front of Tiffany about a freak off. That's what the whole thing was about. So again, this is comedian Josh O. He calls himself the Fat Jew, but I'm just going to call him Josh O. Josh O. If you want to find this interview or him speaking on this podcast about it, you have to type in the Fat Jew, or you can just type in his name, Josh Ostrovsky or something like that. It's a harder last name to pronounce. But anyways, so let's get into this video. It's not crazy long. It's only like 10 minutes long. So let's get into it. Shout out to what is this channel's name? 1 second, so I can shout them out. I have it on my YouTube, but I like theirs is more clear. Ooh-wee, OOWEE. OOWEE. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. I figure we're going to use your video.
Your hosts, Jesse and Celicia.
Is there anything that you want to talk about that
I want to talk about.
you want people to know about?
I don't know if the story that I have about P. Diddy is a thing.
I love it.
You think it's something people
We didn't talk about it on the show, but you told us off the show.
should I just tell you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd
Okay.
love to. I mean, listen, this isn't alleged because it happened.
No. But there's nothing alleged about this.
Okay.
It is a legend. I went to a party on Star Island in Miami, where P. Diddy has a private residence. I had no business being there.
Mhm.
I was with a famed house producer who was DJing the party.
Sure.
And I took a whole bunch of ecstasy because everyone there was taking ecstasy. It was basically me and like beautiful.
And I do want y'all to PP says that this is not alleged. This is a legend. Like, so he's saying this is not allegedly. This happened. Like, I was there. I saw this with my own two eyes. Like, this happened. So again, this is due to his experience. This isn't a story somebody told him or anything like that. No, he was literally in the Diddy party and he told you Star Island. This is where it happened, and he's going to get into it. So let's listen.
Beautiful, like ethnic models,
Mhm.
like just beautiful women who I obviously had no interest in because
Yeah. Right.
So I'm like kind of stumbling around. It's like, it's all like, my man is telling me that like, every third person is some executive, got behind the scenes guys who I don't recognize, very high end. And
Okay.
there's no joke, there's maybe 100 people.
Okay.
I mean, it is intimate.
It's a serious.
I have no
serious
business
party.
being there.
Sure.
I'm in like a, like an old Jewish grandmother's windbreaker, like I am now
Right,
at this
right.
exact moment.
Right.
And so long story short, I am on ecstasy and I'm trying to find the bathroom and I can't find the bathroom and I just kind of like go down a flight of stairs and now I'm in like the inner windings of the mansion because
Yeah.
most of it's going down by the pool.
Okay.
Cabanas. So I get lost and I'm in like just
Now you heard what he said he was on. Okay. Cassie used to be on the same thing. Same thing. Same exact thing. So he said he was on E, just like Cassie. She said the first time she met Diddy, he put in, told her to take it, and whatnot. So, and again, she said at these parties and whatnot that Diddy would throw, that he would have it out like crazy, like out for the taking. Everybody can, just it is what it is. So yeah, with him saying that, I'm sure you got it there. I mean, that's you said I'm at this party and this is what's going on with me. But let's keep listening.
a maze of rooms.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking for the bathroom. I start opening doors. One's like a closet. One's a room. It doesn't have a bathroom in it.
Mhm.
Whatever. Every room should have a bathroom in it.
That makes sense.
First
If
of
you're-
all,
if you're in this fucking
every
dungeon,
room should
yeah,
have, right.
every house.
So I
should have-
open a door, and in that room there are a bunch of men,
Mhm.
and they're all kind of like very like Romanesque, like laying about, and kind of like very like kind of leaning on each other, not really spooning, but like conversationally spooning. Like if you were spooning but facing each other and like leaning up on your elbow,
Right.
like you almost think that they should be feeding each other grapes.
Oh.
You-
Now, conversationally spooning and whatnot, like he said, like basically you sound like the bathhouses, or back in the day with the Roman Greek days, to where the men would just kind of lay around. But back in the Roman and Greek times, a lot of those men were bisexual. A lot of those men did both. They had slaves, but they had both. They had women that were slaves, and they had men that were too. So it wasn't like those servants and whatnot that were around, the people of power back then were slaves to them. They weren't there willingly, type of situation. So that's the vibe that he's saying that it's giving. It's definitely giving the more powerful men in the room were the ones that were more so being sought after, with the conversations, that it was certain people whose attention was trying to be gotten, and he said that they were all really close to one another. And it was, and then you got to think about being on E. Being on E is a touchy-feely, type of, to where your environment, it affects your environment, and it also affects like sensory and, and all of that and whatnot. So again, he said the room was full of men, no women. It was full of men, meaning everyone you see is a man. is what he's saying. Everyone that's leaning and in and real close to each other conversationally, all men. Okay, is what he's saying. One of the same incidences that Cat Williams discussed before in one of his stand-ups. Talking about basically being in a room and it's just kind of just like, whoa, like what's going? You can tell by the vibe if it's something that you're down with and if it's something that you're not down with. And when most men, they're not down with it. Please hit the like. Over 2,500 people in the building. Please hit the like. So yeah, gonna keep listening. But yeah, he said a room full of men.
Stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, it was very like
regal lounging.
very erotic.
Okay, all right.
Heavy erotica.
Yeah, like the drawings you would see of like old Greek
Right,
hangouts.
exactly.
Yeah, I understand.
or like a fat Greek woman like laid on her side.
Yeah, it would almost be the prelude to an orgy.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh
Okay.
my god. It was so prelude to an orgy.
So explain.
So I look. So I'm there for a very brief amount of time because I open the door and clearly I'm not supposed to be in there. And I look, and who is lounging in my direct eye line? Puff Daddy and Felix the House Cat. Famed house music producer.
Yeah, no, I know who that is.
Basic.
So he clearly said prelude to an G. Okay. So a prelude to it means is when everybody's like for most G's and whatnot, everybody gets drunk or whatnot, take whatever you need to like get in the mood, and whatnot. And then after that, with the E and whatnot, it's just you go into the next room and it's TD Jakes and that power bottom. Now, at this party that he's discussing, TD Jakes was at this party. Gross. That's going to be our next live. Was popping TD Jakes at this same party that he is discussing. The same one. Okay. So he said that he came into the room and that he saw no other than Puff Daddy and Felix the Cat. Okay. Now, again, Puff Daddy and Felix the Cat, boom. This is who he's talking about. Okay. Puff Daddy and Felix the Cat. Let's keep listening. Let's keep listening. Freak off party.
Spooning each other. I swear to God, they're basically spooning and they're drinking a glass of Hennessy and they're like sharing it. They're like passing it back and forth.
And everyone's talking.
And everyone's just like talking.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I see them, I'm like,
all men though. There's not one woman in this room.
All men. And they're all 100% on ecstasy. Like you can see.
Okay, sorry, I have to listen to play back. So again, he said that Diddy was spooning. Diddy's known to spoon. Diddy loves to spoon with men. Diddy known for a spoon? Absolutely. Yes. Diddy likes to be the spoon. Big spoon or little spoon. Diddy wants to be the little spoon. Okay. And then sipping the drink and passing it back and forth to each other. Sipping the drink and passing it back and forth to each other. He said they were sipping drinks, these two. He said they were sipping drinks out the same glass and passing it back and forth to each other. Okay. He also said that they were spooning. Diddy loves to spoon. He loves to spoon, and he's always the little spoon. So Felix was the big spoon because Diddy is a bottom, allegedly. Diddy is a bottom. So like when Gene Deal and people like that were taking him into places to get toys, and stuff like that, definitely a bottom. Exhibit, the rapper, stated that Corinne Steffens wasn't liked by Diddy. Diddy called her the devil because she tries to put her fingers in your D and record it while she does so. So that's why Exhibit was kind of looking at Diddy sideways, like, well, why would that even be like a possibility? Like, why would that even be a possibility of that happening? we don't get down like that. So it ain't even supposed to be like, so he was already side-eyed him for even saying that she do things like that. It's like, how do you know? Type of situation. So yeah, Diddy is definitely a bottom. Like for sure. He is not a top. He is absolutely a bottom. Bottoms love to be the little spoon. Bottoms love to be the little spoon. Okay, tops are usually the big spoon. So that's how you know that allegedly French was topping Diddy. So Diddy was a power bottom because he could take that. Okay, he could take that. So that's where take that comes from. You know, absolutely. Correct. So yes, so he's a bottom too. This is why him and TD is so cool, because a bottom, no bottom, bottom recognize bottom, power bottom recognize power bottom. And I think that possibly TD Jakes showed Diddy some breathing techniques. I think he showed him some stuff because, you know, TD got a real big chest, a real big chest. Giving Big Bertha, giving Little Deborah, instead of Little Debbie, a girl. So, a girl. So I think, you know, because bottom recognized bottom, and Diddy definitely gives bottom. That's why I felt during the freak offs that Diddy was doing with Cassie and other women, he was doing it because he would do freak offs with the men that he could absolutely get to not turn. So the ones that he couldn't turn, the ones that he couldn't get to enter him, get all up in his booty, a girl, he'll had him smash Cassie, okay? Then he'll live vicariously through her. That's why he'll be sitting there laying with her and being like, how that feel? How that feel? Yeah? Okay. Hey, go like this. Now, how that feel? Yeah, I thought it felt like that too. Okay, well, now do this. Because he put her in every person. He is her within that moment. She's like the vessel within that moment. Okay, so these men was the dog out of him in his mind. Okay, because these is the ones that he absolutely won't but can't get to turn. He's like, they just won't do it. Like I don't throw another 10 stacks in. He's still saying no. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's when he will use her and be like, okay, well, you need to come in. You need to come sleep with him for me. And that's why he will be getting upset. Because, you know, he'll be like, because he don't want me. So you need to get over here right now. Leave that karaoke party. Can't none of y'all sing. No way. Leave that karaoke party. You can't sing. No way. Leave. It's me and you, your ass in the car, and get on over here. Okay? So that's what that were. Okay? But everybody else, the ones that he could get to turn, you know, like why Osiris don't want to talk about why Diddy just flew him out. Freak off. When Diddy flew him back out a few years back to Jamaica, freak off. That's why he flew you there. I cut it out. Because, you know, Osiris want to be live laughing when people call us like, oh, you his boy toy. You his... A lot of people laugh when they're nervous. Yeah. A lot of people laugh to avoid telling the truth because then you got him crying and all of that stuff. Yeah, it's definitely all connected. It like 100%, and I can prove it. I've already done a video on it, but it's all connected. So yeah, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. But let's keep listening to this video. Y'all heard him. He said he was on this and that. Felix and Diddy was hugged up.
See Diddy's in like white linen being like, my God. Like, rub ice on my nipples.
Right.
You know, like, oh, you're one of my best friends.
Right.
So the minute I make eye contact with him, like a gigantic bouncer comes over and says, get the fuck out. Because a lot of people turned and looked at me because it was very unexpected that like a fat guy with an afro,
Right.
like no shirt on, basically, like an open windbreaker,
Right.
opened the door to like this, like,
You are kind of a buzzkill.
definitely.
If I'm on ecstasy and
Right,
getting
no.
ready for a gay
You're like,
orgy.
oh, this guy. But I looked right at Puff Daddy and he looked right at me.
Yeah.
And we made direct eye contact. And I got kicked out of the room.
Sure.
So that was that. P. Diddy's clearly on ecstasy and he's clearly gay. Fast forward, right? We're at a junket for a movie that he was in. Someone is interviewing him. I'm in the back as a friend of someone who was there.
Mhm.
I'm all the way in the back. I'm behind a million publicists, a million people.
But you see him.
Well, he's being interviewed on the
And
couch.
you're thinking,
So how he's saying it's just like, okay, did he do ecstasy? Now this is all before Cassie. Did he do ecstasy? And he's clearly gay. Alex Fine, Cassie's husband, before Cassie said a word, Alex was calling Diddy gay, putting up rainbows, you know, and all of that stuff, talking about Diddy, tagging Diddy with the LGBTQ, all of that. And then Cassie comes out with this lawsuit. That's what I'm saying. What Cassie submitted was just the beginning. That tell-all book that Cassie, that's what had Diddy shook in his boots. That's really what had him shook. No, this interview, I believe, is from 2015. I believe this is from 2015. Yes, because I did a video about it 2 years ago. And I believe, it was in 2015 when I was doing my research. I could have sworn it was 2015. So, when this interview was done. So he said this years ago, and he said that Diddy clearly does that he, clearly has it around, he's clearly gay. He said when he walked into the room, everybody turned and looked at him because he didn't belong. Like you could tell that he didn't belong. And why he didn't belong is because Diddy is more so like his thing is black. Like Diddy's, like people have their preferences. And not only is it Diddy's preference, but it's also his fetish. His fetish is black men. When it comes to men, he not really negotiating unless they look a certain way. And it definitely gives youth, like the Justin Biebers and, other people. Because people look at Justin Bieber and Donnie Klang and stuff like that. There were people even before him. There was this one guy. Oh, what was his name? What is his name? I know. Hold on. Because I want to do a surviving on him. Kane. It's Kain. Back in the day, this rapper Kane was signed to Bad Boy. And he was on tracks like I remember the group Dream, the female group Dream that Diddy had out back then in the early 2000s. They were a good group. And he featured on the This Is Me song or something like that they had. And he like did the remix with them. And I mean, he was, nice looking little white guy. And he was a hip hop artist. And he was lit. I thought he was a good rapper. I really did. Like he before Eminem, like all of that, like Machine Gun Kelly, all of that. Like his name was Kane. And he was actually good. I'm like, he's a really good rapper. Like I like him. Like and when I didn't mind listening to him, like he was cool. And then he just kind of just disappeared. Just gone. And it's kind of the same thing with like Donnie Klang and so many other people that work with Diddy. They kind of just disappear afterwards. But yeah, Diddy definitely has a preference, and his preference is black men. And that's the majority of the people that was back there. So when he comes in, of course, he stands out like a sore thumb because you don't fit the criteria of the people that are supposed to be back here. Now, what I believe that Diddy does in these freak-off parties, which is definitely the what he stumbled up into, because remember, it was a place to where no one was like, it was like open access. It's like if you didn't know to go there, you would have had no idea to go in that room. Pretty much. It was nothing giving, come in here, like you can hear a bunch of music and all. No, it was nothing. You could tell it was secret. It was secluded. So that is why the bouncer, the bodyguard, kicked him out immediately, like right away. He couldn't even get. He basically the most he got to see was Diddy and Felix, and by the time he go to turn his head, they already putting him out. You know, type of situation. So I think that what happens at these freak off parties is that Diddy has people, you know, do certain things, and you know, everybody's partying, they lit, they drinking, they got, eat, all that stuff, and whoever Diddy can convince to come back with him to do certain things privately, he does. But I do think that he's open for the public situations with multiple people, because even Gene Deal stated that he waited, which Gene Deal is Diddy's ex-bodyguard. Gene Deal waited outside of spas, men's spas, to where, bathhouses and whatnot, and waited hours for Diddy, outside of gay bathhouses and things in that nature. The only straight bathhouse is inside of golf clubs. Okay, meaning that it just so happens to have, like a steam room or something like that. But anything bathhouse, it's gay. End of story. It's gay. There is no straight bathhouse. No, they're all gay. They're all gay. Literally. They're all gay. Just like a lot of women's spas, when it's like women only, those are usually lesbian. That's why it's women only. Like, it's not women only because men not allowed. Like, no, it's because it's gay. So that's why it's women only. No, there's plenty of women that go and have no idea. Like, they'll just be there like, girl, listen, they ain't got to deal with no men. I got to worry about nobody looking at me, and all of that stuff. Like, girl, I just want to relax like her. But they have no idea that more so for like lesbians. But I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, so Diddy has been famous for going to bathhouses and stuff like that. What's his face too? Birdman. He's been caught in a few bathhouses. I can pull them all up. He's been he know his way around a bathhouse as well. So yeah, but bathhouses are gay. There are no straight bathhouses. It's kind of like a calling card for gays. It's like speaking without speaking. It's a don't ask, don't tell type of situation. Yeah. So honestly, anything Turkish bathhouse, gay, go in there. Go in there, because most gay bathhouses, they don't allow the opposite sex. So it's like you're not allowed. So if you go to a gay bathhouse, if you're a woman, they're not going to let you in. You don't get to come. You don't get to go in there. It's men only. So, like 100%. A friend and I went to one, and they would not let her in. They wouldn't let her in. They let me in, but she couldn't come in. So I was like, girl, I see why they won't let you in, girl. I came out like, girl, my eye, hair flip. So, girl, so there are no straight bathhouses. Don't let nobody lie and say that. Like, the straightest they get is at like golf clubs and country clubs and stuff like that, because they just so happen to have it. Like a YMCA or somewhere that has a sauna or a steam room. That if it's not like the YMCA or like some type of club, like country club, to where both sexes are allowed, then it's gay. It's gay. So hair flip, you learn something new every day. But yeah, it's definitely gay. So yeah, so he states that he got kicked out immediately because he stood out, but he said he did see Diddy again. So let's get into when he saw Diddy again.
Thinking about it.
Oh, I'm thinking about it the whole time.
Yeah.
By the way, anyone I ever told the story to was like, "Oh, you're a liar."
I don't think you're a liar.
Everybody was like, "You're a liar." Like, I'm sure something happened, and they knew I was on Star Island. Like, that was verified by the other person I was with.
Sure.
But people were like, "You're a liar. You didn't see them sharing a glass of Hennessy. Like, you didn't see Prelude to like an orgy. Like, this is bullshit. Like, you're being funny. Like, Fat Juice hilarious."
Sure.
So, a couple people said they believed me, but I think they were lying. So, he's being interviewed in the middle of the interview for this movie. I mean, I'm sure you can guess what movie it is, because I think he was only in a movie.
Right.
He literally stops the interview and he points at me all the way in the back and he goes, "Yo, you, my man." And everyone in the room turns around and looks at me and he goes, where do I know you from?
Oh no.
And then I go, Miami. And he goes, oh, true. And we locked eyes again, and he knew that I knew that he knew that I knew that he knew that I knew that he drinks the milk of other men.
Wow.
This happened.
Has anything happened since?
No.
Nothing.
There's been no follow-up.
Were you
drinks the milk of other men. Now he said it for Diddy to. Now you got to think about that. A room full of people. Diddy only lay eyes on this man one time. Now sometimes you kind of get a feeling when it comes to certain people, you know, that you see. It's kind of just like, where do I know you from? You know, type of situation. But Diddy knew, he had a feeling that he knew him from an inappropriate place, from a place that he shouldn't have seen him. It's like, I recognize you. And like I said, the guy stands out like a sore thumb. Milk, absolutely. Absolutely. Milk of other men. Okay, y'all know what that is. Ladies. Y'all know what that is. So, again, you know, milking the cows. He drinks the milk of other men cows. Oh, no. Ming. Oh, I cannot. So, yeah. So he knows what he mean by that. He know what he mean by that. He said, you know that I know that you gay. That's what that were. You know that I know that you're gay. And that's why Diddy picked him out of the crowd, picked him out of, because he know. And that's on period. He knewed. He knowed. Diddy got popped. That's all that were. Diddy got popped. Diddy like, where I know you from. Miami. I would have said you being gay. That's what I would have said. I don't know. You being gay. I don't know. You drinking the milk of other men. I don't know. Remember when you and Felix the cat was passing that drink back and forth? You remember that. Remember when you and a homeboy, y'all was passing the drink back and forth? While y'all were spooning? You remember that. I was the white dude that walked in. Yeah, that was me. Girl. So, yeah, popped. But let's keep listening. We almost done. Let's keep listening. Oops, sorry.
Are you nervous at all in like a Breaking Bad kind of way that maybe people were going to be sent to your house or something? Like
100%.
Because I'd be a little nervous.
See, now what I'm doing to combat that is by talking about it publicly on
and then
podcasts.
because this will come back.
Right. Because I'm most safe if I talk about it publicly.
That's so crazy.
Right. Because now people know that I've got dirt.
Yeah.
So like, I need you to hold this podcast
No,
down.
it's archived.
This is going to be some Jason Bourne shit.
No,
You're going to have it on like a tiny microfilm, and they're going to be chasing you across
What a
Europe.
great movie, though. What a great movie of you running around the country scared that you're gay.
No.
Your gay vision.
No, better movie. I get killed.
Okay.
You're running around the country with a tiny microscopic size thing of this podcast, and they're trying to get it from you.
Right.
Honestly, we could pitch this podcast.
Scott Rudin.
Thing of this podcast, and they're trying to.
So someone said in the chat, hold on. Okay, someone said it right here. Shout out to Magnificent, the finest. Tyler says, is the fat Jewish dude gay? No. He was married, and he dates women. That's why he said in the party, he stumbled upon this, who is talking. He's being interviewed by this man right here. Which his name is Josh O. He is a comedian, and he went to a Diddy party in Star Island in Miami years back in 2015. He did an interview about what he saw while he was there, and he basically said that Diddy was gay. Actually, let me rewind it for you guys, for the people that came in late. Why not? We'll rewind it and listen to it again. But yeah, so his comedian name is The Fat Jew, but his name is Josh O. I like to call him Josh O. And he stated that when he went to a Diddy party in Star Island in Miami, that there was a situation going on to where it was pretty much a prelude to a gay orgy with Diddy and among other people inside of the private part of the party. So again, there was a public part of the party, and that's where like TD Jakes, when he was singing Happy Birthday to Diddy, that's the public part of the party. Then there's layers to these parties and whatnot, and the rooms that you're going to be invited into, you know, and whatnot. So like if you go to a Jay-Z party or a Rock Nation party that they do the Rock Nation brunch and whatnot, when you see them taking pictures and whatnot, that's the public part of the party. When it's time to go sit down and break business and, you know, you're not going to see them. They're going to be in a whole different part of the area or where the event is being held, because it's a different conversation and only selected ears can hear what's being stated. So it's the same thing. It's a food chain to the parties when you go to it. And it's also to see what benefits that people can get out of you. And because a lot of times this is where a lot of blackmail and stuff like this is started. You know, when it with them taking pictures of certain women and men and, you know, not the best situations, inebriated, out of their norm, you know, and whatnot. So a lot of these parties is like where like a lot of blackmail and stuff like that. This is born, you know, type of like, oh, we got her. She take pictures. Oh, we got him. You know, and then y'all randomly see these pictures come out one day, and y'all just be like, that person's gay, or you'll be like, that person's that, or that person do this, you know, what humiliation. So so a lot of, you know, situations are birthed at these parties. So he was definitely not supposed to be there. And this interview was years old. I believe it came out in 2015. This is before, obviously, Cass came out in 2023 with the lawsuit and the allegations against Diddy. But a lot of the things that he's stating in the interview, that he was on E, you know, whatnot, being at the party, that Diddy was on E as well, being at the party, that the people that he saw inside of the, because again, he stumbled upon the room where Diddy was because he was looking for the restroom. So it wasn't an invitation. He wasn't invited to where Diddy and them was. He kind of just stumbled upon it. You know, when you're at a house that you haven't been to, especially a big mansion, you know, and whatnot, and you got to use the bathroom or something, and, you know, you're on certain things, you're going to wander, kind of like Shanquella. You're going to wander until you find whatever relief you're looking for. Type of situation. So that's what he was doing. He was wandering to find relief. Like, I know it got to be a bathroom around here somewhere, you know, type of situation. So, I'm not with Shanquella. Did I say Shanquella? I'm in Kanika. You know, wandering around, and looking for, you know, a place to relieve yourself. And he stumbled upon this part of the party, the freak off party, in the midst of looking for the restroom. So even, and him finding it by mistake is what made me believe him even more. Is what made me believe him even more. But the things that he's doing, that he said that he saw, Cassie expressed some of these things too, you know, in the lawsuit, that he kept certain things around like candy, Uggs, you know, he kept it around like in bowls and whatnot, like sitting out like free for like breath mints, you know, pretty much decorative candy. You know, I'll just like, go ahead, go nuts, take as much as you want, do as much as you want, so yeah, it definitely lines up with a lot of things that she stated. But I bring up this, the main reason I'm bringing this up is because TD Jakes was at this party, because he was at this party for real. He was there. The guy that's speaking, Josh O, he was there. That's legit. He was at this party, so he's not making it up. But let's keep going.
Like, just beautiful women who I obviously had no interest in, because
Yeah.
so I'm like kind of stumbling around. It's like, you know, it's all like, you know, my man is telling me that, like, you know, every third person is some executive, you know, got behind the scenes guys who I don't recognize, very high end, and there's no joke, there's maybe 100 people. I mean, it is intimate.
It's a serious,
I have
serious
no business
party.
being there.
Sure.
I'm in like a, you know, like an old Jewish grandmother's windbreaker, like I am now at this exact moment.
Right.
And so long story short, am on ecstasy and I'm trying to find the bathroom and I can't find the bathroom and I just kind of like go down a flight of stairs and now I'm in like the inner windings of the mansion because most of it's going down by the pool.
Okay.
You know, cabanas. So I get lost and I'm in like just a maze of rooms.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking for the bathroom. I start opening doors. One's like a closet. One's a room. It doesn't have a bathroom in it. Whatever. Every room should have a bathroom in it.
That makes sense.
First of all,
if you're in this fucking
every
dungeon,
room should have, right.
every house
So
should
I
have.
open a door, and in that room there are a bunch of men. And they're all kind of like very like Romanesque, like laying about and, you know, kind of like very like kind of leaning on each other, not really spooning, but like conversationally spooning. Like if you were spooning, but facing each other and like leaning up on your elbow,
Right.
like you almost think that they should be feeding each other grapes,
Oh.
you know, stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, it was very like
regal lounging.
very erotic.
Okay. All right.
Heavy erotica.
Yeah, like the drawings you would see of like old Greek
Yes, right,
hangouts.
exactly.
Yeah, I
or like
understand.
a fat girl going like laid on her side.
Yeah, it would almost be the prelude to an orgy.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh
Okay.
my god. It was so prelude to
Okay.
an orgy.
So explain.
So I look. So I'm there for a very brief amount of time because I open the door and clearly I'm not supposed to be in there. And I look, and who is lounging in my direct eye line? Puff Daddy and Felix the House Cat, famed house music producer.
Yeah, no, I know who
are
that is.
basically spooning each other. I swear to God, they're basically spooning and they're drinking a glass of Hennessy and they're like sharing it. They're like passing it back and forth.
And everyone's talking.
And everyone's just like talking.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I see them, I'm like,
All men though. There's not
all
one
men,
woman in this room.
all men. And
Yeah.
they're all 100% on ecstasy. Like you can see Diddy's in like white linen being like, oh my God. Like rub ice on my nipples.
Right.
You know, like, oh, you're one of my best friends.
Right.
So the minute I make eye contact with him, like a gigantic bouncer comes over and says, get the fuck out. Because a lot of people turned and looked at me because it was very unexpected that like a fat guy with an afro,
Right.
with, like no shirt on, basically, like an open windbreaker,
Right.
opened the door to like this, like,
You are kind of a buzzkill.
definitely.
If I'm on ecstasy and
Right,
getting
no.
ready for a gay
They're like,
orgy.
oh, this guy. But I looked right at Puff Daddy and he looked right at me.
Yeah.
And we made direct eye contact. And I got kicked out of the room.
Sure.
So that was that. P. Diddy's clearly on ecstasy and he's clearly gay. Fast forward, right? We're at a junket for a movie that he was in. Someone is interviewing him. I'm in the back as a friend of someone who was there. I'm all the way in the back. I'm behind a million publicists, a million people.
But you see him.
Well, he's being interviewed on
And
the
then
couch.
Now you can hear me. Yeah, so he says Diddy's clearly gay. He says it confidently too. Like he's just like, yeah, he's gay. Like no big deal. Like, you know, he gay. He was there with a bunch of dudes and, you know, drinks and other, you know, he's gay. You know, no big deal. You know, he like dudes. What I saw, he gay. Yeah, they're clearly all on E. Everybody in the room was there. Everybody was, you know, and whatnot. He even admits himself that he was. He said himself, I was on, you know, so that's why I said I believe him. I 100% believe his entire story because it makes sense. And he's kept the same story. His story has never changed. He stated the same thing. He didn't make up people, you know, that were in the room. He stated what he saw and he left it at that. He never came forward and said, oh yeah, and I saw this celebrity and that celebrity. He was just like, no, I got kicked out right away before I could even get all the way in a room. You know, the security already were like, yep, you got to go, which makes complete sense. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, I believe he is telling the truth. And people have been stating these things about Diddy for quite some time. And we're going to get into that too in the next video. People have been Star Island has a reputation and it doesn't have a good reputation. It's kind of like Epstein Island, how that place was frowned upon. It's the same thing with Star Island. Star Island is frowned upon. People frown upon it. There's been all type of things that have allegedly happened there and happened to people. So, yeah. Star Island is the reason 50 Cent hates Diddy. It's the reason he hates him. Star Island. That's when their relationship, you know, that because of Star Island. So yeah, that's where he does his due. Star Island. No, Karen Steffens, when she was hanging out with Exhibit had no idea, but he was being fluffed. If Exhibit thinks about it, okay, because you got to think about this too. Why would Diddy tell Exhibit? Why would Diddy tell Exhibit that Corinne Steffens likes to try to record you with her fingers up your, type of situation. Why would you tell Exhibit that? You were testing the water. And then you took Exhibit to a gay club. And you had Corinne, you make sure because she's the fluffer. So you had her pointing out, Exhibit was supposed to be a freak off. End of story. Exhibit was supposed to be a freak off. A lot of these men do it. Even Irv Gotti. Corinne Stephan was dating Irv Gotti. When they were dating, but not dating. When Corinne Stephens would go sleep with other rappers and all of that stuff, Irv Gotti wanted to know every detail. He wanted to know everything. He wanted to know how big the men were, how well endowed they were, how long they lasted, if it was fast, slow. Like, he wanted to know everything. Everything. It's like she might as well recorded it for him type of situation, because she would have to tell him every detail. Everything. He wanted to know everything about whoever she slept with. 100%. And she would tell him too. She would tell him everything. Because at that time they weren't like together, and whatnot. But he was pimping her, basically. And Diddy and his crew liked her. So he would send her over there to with Diddy, all of them. And that's when she found Farnsworth Bentley in the bed with Diddy. It's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And she came over there to do a freak off for Diddy. That's why Farnsworth is definitely a freak off. He was definitely doing freak offs. He absolutely was. Farnsworth Bentley definitely slept with Corinne Stephens, like, for sure. She says it without saying it. She says that she came to Diddy's house. He requested her early in the a.m. She got there, and he was in the bed with Farnsworth Bentley. Okay, well, this is who the freak off with then. So Diddy liked Exhibit, and Diddy wanted certain things from him, and Karen was supposed to get Exhibit for Diddy. But you have to test the water. You have to see if the person's down, if they're open to it. Exhibit wasn't open to none of that stuff. Exhibit wasn't open to doing E. He wasn't open to being in a gay club. Hence, when Corinne pointed out the fact that they were in a gay club, because Exhibit had no idea that they were in a gay club until Corinne pointed out 2 men kissing in the dancers, the go-go dancers, that they were males. Then he realized that they were in a gay club, and they left right after. Immediately, because Diddy wasn't anywhere around them. He was too busy in the back doing only God knows what. So yeah, but he was at a gay club busy because he wasn't near Corinne or Exhibit. It was just Corinne and Exhibit. At that point, Diddy was off doing his thing. After he had told Exhibit before he went off and did his thing, basically the last thing Diddy said to Exhibit was that Corinne likes to stick her fingers up her booty. And then he didn't see him pretty much again that night, because Corinne and Exhibit ended up leaving together after Corinne pointed out the fact that they were in a gay club. And Exhibit like, I got a problem with these people, but this ain't my vibe. Let's go. And they left. And he smashed. He left and went and smashed her. So he was supposed to be a freak off. He did pass the test. He too straight. He too straight. So that's what that were. But yeah, that's what that were. So yeah, he was supposed to be a freak off. So I 100% believe Josh O. I believe every word he's saying, because he's kept the same story. You can ask him right now in 2023, and he'll say the same thing. Diddy gay. I went to a party of his, and I saw him cuddled up with a dude sharing a drink, back and forth. They were passing it to each other. Very gay. In a room full of men, Adonis men. Yeah. So That's what that way. So I love you guys. So I'm gonna get out of here at my hour and a half mark. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Okay, girl. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Thank y'all so much. We will be back with another live tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Happy holidays. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. And we will be back. We absolutely is. This is just the beginning. Absolutely is. Thank you to over the 2,700 people that we had today. Independent. I love you guys. Until the next video. I love you all. Bye. Merry Christmas.